Hello and welcome to the Beginner's Tatting video series. Today we're going to do Cluny leaves and we're going to learn how to use the clever Cluny loom. To a new beginner, a Cluny is difficult to do and difficult to accomplish, but once you get the technique down, they're really easy to do. Now you can use a loom or you can create a loom on your hand, and either way is fine as long as your Cluny leaves come out the way they're supposed to. A Cluny leaf looks like an actual leaf on a tree. It's got a small spot at the bottom and it bows out and then comes back to a point. And they're very beautiful when used in tatting. Okay, so for starters, I want to show you a few things. Alright, first thing I have here is a box loom. Edgewidge Ronaldin created a box loom, and it's for people that have arthritis really bad and they can't hold the loom with their hands, which I do have arthritis in my hands, and doing Clunies on my hands I have a difficult time with because there is so much pain involved. However, this box loom is what I use. When I started tatting and learning the Cluny loom, or the Clunies, I did the clever Cluny loom so I could get the technique down. Then I moved to this because I found that holding my hand to do the Clunies, it was just too painful to deal with, and it took the fun away from tatting. So I'm going to do another video that shows how to make this box loom, okay, and show you how to use it. So getting on with it, here is the printouts that you're going to print out. This one here is on Georgia Sight's online tatting class website. She has this in there so that you can print it up. Down below here you're going to see that these are the Cluny looms. This is what they look like. One is for a left-handed tatter and one is for a right-handed tatter. Inside is a bigger picture. This is the one that I printed up and I made myself the Cluny loom. Okay, then they also have in here how to do it using plastic canvas. You can make a Cluny loom out of most anything as long as you can work with it. So print that out. The next thing you're going to want to print out is the actual instructions, and the clever Cluny was designed by Lorraine Eisbrenner, and it's a really neat tool to use until you learn how to do a Cluny. Okay, so I'm going to show you the basic weave for a 3-wrap Cluny. They do have 4-wrap Clunies, and I will be totally honest with you, I do not know how to do one of those. So there are other people that have videos out there. Once I locate the videos, I will post a link to them down below. Okay, and the links to these printouts will also be down below the video. Alright, to do a Cluny loom on your hand, okay, you're going to have either 2 shuttles, okay, or a shuttle and ball thread. Shuttle 2 is the ball thread. Shuttle 1 is your weaving thread. Okay, now for a newbie starting Clunies for the first time, if you're doing continuous thread method, tat you up a small ring to give you some grip to hold. Okay, if you're using 2 threads tied together, do a split ring. You do not want the tails to get in your way. So what you want to do when you attach your split ring, cut them tails off a little shorter, just like that. Okay, now here's how you wrap your hand for a Cluny. The ball thread, okay, is going to go right here on your in between your index finger and your thumb in the pinch. You take that ball thread around the middle finger and the ring finger, go back up over the index finger and hold it in the pinch. At this point you want to move shuttle 1 out of your way. I usually just drape it across my hand. Okay, Then you're going to take the ball thread and you're going to come down here and wrap it around your pinky finger and bring it up to the pinch. Okay? All the while keeping your grip on your loom. Now the next thing you're going to do, take your ball thread from the pinch around the ring finger, and what I advise to do is wrap it a couple of times on the ring finger. Okay? Then you're going to remove this loop off your pinky and continue to wrap that ball thread on your pinky about 3 turns. Okay? Here is your loom. This is what it looks like when you're doing it on your hands. You have your center post, which is the center of your leaf, and you have the 2 sides of the leaf, which is your frame. And this is a 3 wrap loom. Okay, now we're not going to do a Cluny using this because right now, just what little bit I've done, I'm beginning to hurt right in here. Okay, and that's an Arthur problem. That's nothing to do with anything else. That's just Arthur. Alright, now let's get into this clever Cluny. Now if you've done your printouts and you've got them, here's what you're going to end up with. 2 feet. See our 2 feet? The reason I call them 2 feet, looks like a toe over here for your big toe and your little toe, and down here is the heel. Okay, this one here is for a right-handed tatter, and you will see A, E, B, F at the top, down at the bottom C and D, G is to the right. H, don't worry about it right now. I'll show you what H is all about when I'm teaching you how to do the loom. Okay, now for a right-handed tatter, you want the A, which is the big toe, to go towards your index finger. Okay, look at that. It's in your left hand. Okay, and you can use this loom one of 2 ways. You can lay it in your hand, wrap your hand for the loom, or you can use the actual printout for the loom. If you're going to use the printout, it will last 1 Cluny leaf. So do like I did. Make it out of cardboard, cardstock, anything that's a little heavier than paper. Okay? This other one here is for the lefties. See, they're identical. Just the labeling is reversed. Okay? Now here's our big toe, and here's our little toe, and here's our heel. A is the big toe. And again, it would lay in your right hand with A under the index finger. Okay? So, here's the best way to remember. Left foot, right hand, lefties. The other one, right foot, left hand, righties. That's how you can remember which one's for which. Okay? Now that you have the Cluny loom printed out, we're going to load the loom. Now, remember H? That's the letter I said I'd show you what that was for. Okay, that's coming in handy right at this moment. Now remember, the green shuttle is shuttle 1. The purple shuttle is shuttle 2. Okay? Purple shuttle is also ball thread. Okay, according to Lorraine's instructions, you want to hold your Cluny loom to the left of G, which is H. That's where you want to put that ring. You want your ball thread to go towards A and your shuttle thread to go towards G. And now we wrap the loom. Okay, you're going to go front to back on A, over to B, back to front in B slot. Okay? Then what you're going to do is come under your shuttle thread. Okay, let me show you. It's under the shuttle thread, down to C. Okay? Over to D, up to E, front to back, over to F, back to front, and down to G. Slide it in G and move your ball thread out of the way. And that is your Cluny loom, your clever Cluny loom. Okay, now you want to keep these threads as tight as possible. Needle tatters, you want to work with it in a flat position, not a curved position. Needle tatters can hold their tension better using this loom than shuttle tatters. Shuttle tatters have to draw the loom up in order to get the shuttle through. So the way to tighten your tension, do this. Tighten your tension. Get you your room to run your shuttle. Okay, but keep that on H. Now, the next instruction says that we're going to do the first half of a double stitch, okay, on the thread under our thumb. Now, for a new tatter, under the thumb, you've got a thread. It's running from A to your shuttle. Which side of that thread do you want that double stitch on? You want it on this side. Okay, and it's just the first half of that double stitch, and I won't lie to you, it is difficult to get that flip in. So watch what you're doing, take your time. Okay, now let's get her in there, and what that half stitch is going to do is it's going to lock everything in place. All right, now you want the thread to flip. So loosen your tension. Let's get it here. It's difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It takes a little time. Practice makes perfect. Like I said, I don't use the clever Cluny anymore. Okay, now once you get it to flip, you see it's flipped. There it is. You see it's flipped over on my shuttle thread. Then you want to pull that down into your work. Tighten it up. Okay. Once you tighten it into place, you're ready to start your weaving. That has locked everything in. Make sure that your middle thread is over to the right of that knot, because it has to stay in the middle, and we're ready to weave. Okay, now the next step of this is you want to take your thread over the thread labeled B and under that same thread and come back up. Bead weavers, this will bring back memories. When you're doing peyote weave, you're going over under on a loom. Okay, so think about it. Now the next step is you're going to go over E and under A. You see that? Never turn your shuttle sideways. You'll create a gap you don't want. Alright. Now, once you get that in, you want to pull them stitches down to that ring and then tighten them up. Okay? After you get them tight and everything's in place, put it in the pinch. Then you're going to go between A and E down. Okay? And you're going to come back up between E and B. Okay? Now you've made the second half of that Cluny stitch. Okay, and it's a lot of fidgeting. You've got to get everything in place, and then you tighten. Okay, now Clunies are done in sets of 3s, 4s, and 5s. Now you can do more. There's no law. There's no tatting police. But a set is from the right to the left, left to right. That is one complete set. So if you're going to do 4 sets, you would go right to left, left to right 4 times. So let me show you that. This is 1, going under B, over E, under A. Okay, pull our stitches down, tighten everything up, get it all into place. Okay, and then we're going to go over A, under E, and over B. Alright, like I said, needle tatters, you've got it made with this Cluny loom. Alright, now you want your threads tight. Once you get it down there, pull your stitches down, everything down into place, and guess what? You've made one run. Alright, this is not the best looking Cluny in the world, but you're getting the gist of it. Now, once you have completed 4 of those, across and back and across and back, then the next thing you're going to do, which, let me see here, get that stitch in, you're going to come out the same place that you started your Clunies. You started them here, you're going to end here. Okay? Now, to close up your Cluny, pull the thread off here at G, pull the thread off at F, and pull the thread off of E. Get this shuttle out of your way. Now, you want to pull C and D and find the one that closes that loom up. Okay? Once you find the one that's pulling your loom, pull it off the loom. Okay? Tighten that down. Hold that Cluny in the pinch. Then you're going to still use your ball thread and pull that other end up and keep it in the pinch. Then you have completed the Cluny. Then you're going to wrap your hand and you're going to do a completed half stitch. Okay? That will lock the other end of the Cluny. Like I said, this is not a complete Cluny. I'm just showing you the procedure. Now, practice, practice, practice. Look out for the video for the Cluny loom box. That'll be coming shortly. I hope this explains the clever Cluny loom and how to use it. So on that note, happy tatting, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.